So I'm going to tell you a little bit about money in art. See, I don't do this full time. This is a hobby. I do this for fun, and as such, I don't really make any money at this. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have a donation thing. Um, there's no real income that comes from this, with the exception of the odd commissions here and there. And so as a result of that, of not having this as a job, time management is often hard because essentially you have to work another job. You have to because you have to pay bills. You have to do something to make income of some kind. So, uh, so time management can be an issue. You can either work more hours to get more money because sometimes I want to treat myself, get a video game maybe, or maybe I want to treat my mom out to a night out for dinner for Mother's Day or something, you know, something along those lines. So the only real extra money I ever get for art is when I go to conventions. An artist alley table can range from between 150 to $300, give or take. And then after that, you have to factor in things like print costs. So if you want to make a new product and sell that. So with that in mind, it's best to keep things fresh. Do what's popular. And at that time, when I made this image, Overwatch was very popular. However, I was doing other things at that time. I was doing thumbnails for YouTubers. I was doing T-shirt designs. I was doing commissions for other various different works of art. So I didn't have much time to get anything new out for a convention because if all you're selling is old product, it's not really going to sell all that much. It's the same thing if you go to a Walmart or something, they're going to sell you nothing but or they're trying to sell you new stuff because they're not going to sell you something that's been around for a good couple of years. So I had to try and rush to get new stuff because I was actually fairly busy, extra hours and all that. So Overwatch, I played some of the game and I knew some of the aspects, so I thought I had to get at least some Overwatch stuff out. Unfortunately, when your time is so all over the place and you don't get time to devote to the one thing, well, I wish I had time to devote to art. It tends to suffer. Now, I'm not ashamed by this picture I've done, but it's not my strongest. And I've had this as a print, and I've sold at conventions for a couple of years now, because Overwatch is still relatively popular. This was not very popular, and I can actually understand why. It's not a very strong picture, and Reaper actually is my favorite character in Overwatch. But this image itself is not. It's not very dramatic. It's not very interesting. It's just sort of him dropping his guns after well, blowing his load, if you will. um, and and that can be dramatic, but I don't think I did it in a very dramatic way. And I think that my time management skills really showed in this particular image. And it will probably show in some of my other Overwatch images as well. So it's important to just set time aside. And I think the other thing is I was trying to get as many characters done as possible, and that's also a big task for a very short amount of time. And that's really something that really shouldn't have happened. You need to devote as much time as you can to make sure you're making the best item or product that you can. That way, you'll see a result in your sales. You'll see that the viewers and audience will respond to that in the same way if you've invested the time, and if it shows that you've invested the time. This one was not my strongest, so I'll probably do another Reaper at some point. But for right now, that's a little insight on time management and conventions. Thanks for watching. Bye.